My name is Jonathan Blackmore and you're welcome to Crockefoyle. We're on the Limerick-Tipperary border here and we're on a very elevated site here at Knockastana. Our farm is around 28 acres, 30-ish acres roughly. This is basically my grazing platform and it's also my fodder platforms. These are kind of not positives to be north facing and at this altitude or at this height and on a hill. So we're about a month behind everybody else in terms of productivity. Our soil temperatures don't rise to everybody else's. We had to bring the soil health back to a level that was productive for us for grazing and for fodder production. If we're not managing the land properly, it tends to hold water. We had to reduce the damage to the land through outwintering and poaching by cattle. I was humming and hawing about what I was going to do this year, and I was talking to my agricultural contractor, Ned Quigley, and he said, well, why would you not try Supersoil? And I said, what's that? And he says, well, you ordered online, he said. You add it to 1,000 litres of water and you spread it over 10 acres. And as he was saying that to me, I was thinking, this sounds like Jack and the Beanstalk and Magic Beans. But I said, you know, I'd listen to him. So he said, look, have a look at it. He says, I'm using it with other people. So have a look at it and see. One of the key things was 100% organic. And that meant a lot to me because I knew if the organics was right, the soil would improve. So we got the stuff, it arrived in the post. The kids were just mind-boggled that what used to be 20 bags of fertiliser out in a trailer has now come down to the size of a small bag sitting on our table. The bottom line was anything above 29 bales from the previous year would be a huge success. And Ned rang me then, he said, well John, he had it all done and we dodged the rain and everything else. And he said, well John, what do you think? How many bales? I said, jeez Ned, I said, anything above 29, I said, and we're quids in, and 50 bales. So I was kind of shocked and I was kind of amazed. You're finding that other people are getting similar results or close to, so that's going to really help the dairy people. But what I noticed here from my soil and what I noticed from the cattle is when I came in to graze it after, the cattle really loved it and they were actually eating it underneath the electric fence, and it's a very serious electric fence here. It's putting out about 7 joules, it'd give you a heart attack, and they were willing to risk that to get in and eat away at the grass. Then they ate it bare, they cleaned it out bare. Whatever it's doing to the grass, it's making it more acceptable to the animals and they're really enjoying it. The other side of the coin then is as well is that the soil has changed in its characteristics. I'm now able to travel a couple of these fields that you couldn't really travel with anything other than a bale. It did really improve the strength of the soil in terms of what it could bear in terms of a load as well. So that was our experience with Supersoil here in Crockefoyle.